Welcome to Adventure to Anywhere. Tonight, Brad and I are staying in the Lemp Mansion. It is one of the most haunted places in Missouri and also the United States.
But here's the catch. So we are here by ourselves. And when I say that, I don't just mean there's not other guests here. There's not any staff here either. We're literally here by ourselves. So let's go check this place out. This mansion, built in the early 1860s, was later purchased by William Lemp, the owner of what was the Lemp Brewing Company. And while this mansion is now owned by a new family, it is said that the ghosts of the Lemp family still haunt these very walls today. For some insane reason, we thought it would be a good idea to stay overnight in this mansion, all alone. Hoping to catch some evidence of the paranormal, we began our adventure by checking into our room.
Brad and I are staying in the Lavender Suite this evening.
For being in a haunted house, that was awful cheery. I feel like let's go walk around and let's find the darker side of this place, huh?
Let's go get scared, I guess.
To us, the Lavender Room was a safe place. In fact, we referred to it as the safety zone, a place where we could feel comfortable and free from frights. But as you will see later in this video, we couldn't have been more wrong. Before we started our investigations, we took a stroll around the mansion. This room right here, so apparently, now this is what I heard from last time. This room is locked off and nobody else goes in it. This is what somebody said. I don't know what truth there is to this. Apparently, I think it used to be like a nursery or something like that. And if you go up and touch the door, you feel like vibrations or something. And I'm cool on the good vibrations, I think. Moving on. So this is kind of nice and neat little. Hey, you can see me. Hi. Neat little trinkets. Different stuff that symbolizes the Lemp Brewery. It's hard to say. And a shoe.
I think they were owned by some of these people. Like, that's Lillian's shoe.
Oh, very cool.
I think this is some of the brush set.
Oh, very cool. So this is like some of their items.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very neat. The past 2 times that we've walked by, this phone's going off. I wish we...
First time really got me, man.
Yeah, I wish we would have recorded it, because it was kind of funny. But anyway, we are heading down first to the basement. So, it's not your typical basement, and for the most part down here is the kitchen area where they cook the food when guests are here. But we're gonna go.
They do dinner theater down here too.
Yeah, they do a dinner theater down here as well, I believe. I think you're right. And we're gonna go lights out here and let's switch to night vision camera. We turned off all the lights and began our EVP session. And with all the questions that we asked, nothing seemed to be responding. That was until I asked this. Any kind of sign of your presence? And as much as we would have loved for that to have been paranormal evidence, it was just Jill getting a text. Phone went on, I thought. No outward activity down in the basement. What do you think, Jill? You want to hang out here a little longer?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So how much are you loving this? Okay. So, this room right here, a lot of times when we've done investigations, we've come here before with groups and done investigations when they're doing that kind of thing. And this is usually where you kind of sit and you wait and you wait for them to call your party. So we're going to check this out. We're going to try investigation here. And this is where some of the activity started to pick up. some odd things started to happen to some of our equipment. So now, this was a little weird. So this camera, as we were kind of setting up in this room, we turned off the lights. The power just went off all by itself. It does not do that, not this camera. And I'm sure there's a setting to make it do that, but I don't have it set that way. So that was interesting. Unfortunately, I didn't pick it up. It was just as we were setting everything up, I just noticed it was off. Totally weird. And do you notice me grabbing the back of my neck? I didn't quite want to bring attention to it yet. So anyway, hello, Lemp family. Thank you so much for allowing us to stay here at your house this evening. It's very beautiful, very wonderful. If you are here, can you please knock 2 times? Do you like it when people come to visit here? But then the feeling became just too much to ignore. So I have this like piercing like feeling in the back of my neck. Like, no joke. Totally weird. Totally weird. It's like won't stop either. It's just like constant, like just like a needle going into my neck. You got nothing to say?
I don't. I'm okay.
Is that you poking me? And are you telling me to leave? I'm not sure we really wanted to know the answer to that question. So we moved on to the next room. So what room is this again?
The main dining hall?
Oh, okay. So what, you getting tired there, Tiger?
I am sorry.
So I asked one of the staff about some of the hauntings and things like that, and I was told of a story of one of the employees who actually saw a person sitting at one of the tables, and it was before they were even open, and she went away for a minute and came back and he was gone. So let's see if we can find anything here. Here we are in the main dining hall. Just trying to see if we can catch any voices or anything here. Just being quiet for a moment, seeing if... Hello, is there anybody here? Anybody want some dinner? I'm not dinner, by the way. Just
Me neither.
make that clear. If there is someone here, can you please knock? One time will do. Remember that I asked this question, because in a moment you'll see that I most certainly get a response. Please show us some sort of sign of your presence. Are you from St. Louis? Now, this one is tricky. It sounded to us like there was a deep voice saying yes or yup, a direct response to my question, are you from St. Louis? Unfortunately, there was a lot of background interference from the cars driving by on the highway nearby, not to mention that the voice is nearly inaudible, so it's difficult to claim this one to be 100% paranormal. It does, however, sound like a noise separate from the cars outside. We'll play it a few more times and let you decide for yourself. Oh, and remember how I asked that if someone was present to knock one time? Well... Is that you? Is that you? Seeing as the time between asking for the knock and actually receiving it were so far apart, it is difficult to say whether or not this knock was a direct response to my request. All we know is the knock was loud, and it wasn't either of us that made it. Is that you? So, this part here, I've been dreading. Mainly because, well, first of all, we've got, I don't know what the stuffed animals are. Why there's stuffed animals here kind of creeps me out. I know that there's a little boy, I think, a ghost of a boy that lives here, and maybe those are for him. So if so, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just get such just a creepy vibe over here. I don't know why. I don't know why I do. It's just creepy up here. I don't know. Can't explain it. Hey, but there's a skylight up there. Look at that. That's not so creepy. These two doors shut. I don't know. Just waiting for someone to like bust out and come and get me. I don't know. What do you think? You like it?
It's okay.
She doesn't like it. Even though we really didn't want to, we wouldn't have done our investigation any justice if we wouldn't have done an EVP session in the area where I felt the most creeped out. We both agreed, however, to do the session with the lights on. Thank you so much for allowing us to stay in your home. Very cool, very beautiful home. I like your stuffed animals you have out here. Very nice. Then I began to get that pinching sensation in the back of my neck like I did before. There I go again. Now it's on the side of my neck.
Could be the way you're sitting.
It could be. It could be. It could be. You just wanted to do that.
I do.
Unfortunately, no, it wasn't the way I was sitting. This was a feeling that I had never really felt before, ever in my life. Beyond the neck pinching, we didn't have any further experiences, so we completed our EVP session, then we headed back to our room. We grabbed our night vision camera and went out to do one final sweep of the mansion completely in the dark. And as we moved from floor to floor, we didn't pick up any paranormal evidence on our walkthrough. No, the activity was where we least expected it to be. Now, remember how I said our room, the lavender room, was our safety room or our safety zone? Well, as it turns out, we were less alone in that room than we thought. On a whim, I decided that while we were out investigating the mansion in the dark, that I would set up my iPhone camera in the room. I'll be 100% honest. I truly believed nothing was going to come of it, but I figured, what the heck? Well, it was a good thing that I did. What we heard was a disembodied voice saying, "I am me," followed by, "Shut up." Then there is a sound of something being hit. After completing our in-the-dark walkthrough and completely unaware of the activity going on in our room, we came back for our final EVP session. As we are in our room, getting ready, close to going to bed, we're going to do an EVP session in our exact room here. There's going to be a lot of interference because, as you can hear, as I was talking about earlier, you can hear the traffic a lot. So, hopefully if we do pick something up, we can sort that out from that. But anyway, here we go. Hello. Is it me you're looking at?
You're probably not who she's looking for.
Probably not. Got any questions?
Not right off the top of my head.
Okay.
Do you like it here?
Can you tell us your name? you mind that we are staying in your room tonight?
I think your room is pretty.
We can kind of have to ask a question.
I'm just letting her know.
Respect. Gotta respect.
The device between Jill and I is nothing more than my phone set up on a stabilizer. I have the voice memo app open to try and catch any disembodied voices. What happens next, well, I can't quite explain.
Can you knock on a door for us?
We didn't see it at the time, but when reviewing the evidence, we noticed a random flashing light coming from my phone. While it is slightly possible that there is some sort of reflection coming from the cars driving by in the distance, you may have noted that this wasn't happening when they were driving by before. And the activity seemed to begin once Jill stated that she thought her room was pretty. Was this the lavender lady expressing her gratitude to Jill?
So it is late and we are tired, so it's time to go to bed. So I think it's time for lights out.
Can we sleep with the lights on?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So, do you notice what pants I wore, Brad, for my pajamas?
Those are your Haunted Mansion pants. So it's morning and we survived the night.
Made it.
So you said that you had kind of like a choking.
Yeah, I was dreaming, and in my dream, I'm not sure what was happening, but I woke up and I felt like I was choking or like almost like drowning or something. I don't know. I had this feeling. It was weird, and I just woke up. I was like, oh, you can't breathe, and then I don't know, it went away. It was kind of weird.
So when we first got here, during the day even, when I first came in this room, I did have this like choking sensation. Didn't really startle me. It wasn't like anything terrifying, but it was weird, so I don't know. Who knows? I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there is a pretty good size thunderstorm going on. So it's unfortunate that we didn't have that last night. That would have been made this just more terrifying.
A little bit more spooky.
Yeah, absolutely.
On top of the already spooky.
Yeah. Around, 4 o'clock, I heard some kind of knocking, but I mean, I couldn't tell you what it was. It could have been from outside. I have no idea at this point.
You didn't go investigate?
No, I was too tired. No, I actually did think about getting up, but the mind was there, but the body was not. So, so I didn't get up and go. But it's easy to get in your head about this place. Just the fear of it being haunted is enough to make it that. And I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just saying it's easy to get freaked out in this place. Pretty easy. I mean, I'm not one that gets scared in these types of things, and I found myself a lot of time we kind of call this the safety room. It kind of felt like when we were here everything was fine, but going out there was like, ooh, so anyway.
Staying the night alone at the Lemp Mansion was truly a magnificent adventure. We had some personal experiences,
Constant just like a needle going into my neck.
heard loud noises,
Is that you?
caught interesting EVPs, and found some unexplained phenomenon. Do you think the Lemp Mansion is haunted? Come and spend a night here and find out for yourself.